Now a bit more on Donald Trump's visit to Detroit. Let's take a listen to what he told congregants at a black church less than an hour ago after participating in their regularly scheduled service.
When anyone hurts, we all hurt together, and that's so true. So true. We're all brothers and sisters, and we're all created by the same God. We must love each other and support each other, and we are in this all together.
Joining me is Raul Reyes, contributor to NBCNews.com, and Victoria DeFrancesco, head of Mexican-American Studies at the University of Texas. Victoria is also an MSNBC contributor. And a welcome to you both. We are going to get to talk about Trump's immigration rhetoric in just a minute, but I want to get both of your takes on his speech in Detroit. And we'll go ladies first, Victoria, and start with you. What did you think his speech was about?
Hey, he showed up, and I've got to give him credit for that. So a couple of weeks ago, we saw him talking about black issues, but only to white audiences, and now he does this. But the key, Alex, is does he keep doing this, or is this the exception that confirms the rule? If he goes out there and he talks to a white audience, and, you know, a couple hours later he speaks to a minority audience, then at least he's given it the old college try.
Okay. How about you, Raul? What'd you think?
Maybe I'm not as optimistic as Vicky. You have to remember Donald Trump, you know, from the very beginning, he was probably the leading proponent of the idea that President Obama, you know, was somehow not a legitimate president. So it's you know, we know coming in that this is a tough sell. To me, when I see Trump giving that speech, notice even in the clip that you played, he's reading off his iPad. He's very much focused on what seem to be prepared remarks. That's not the Donald Trump we've known over the last 15 months. Maybe it's a different version. Maybe this is something he's putting on for that day. But to me, that does not strike me in any way as an authentic Trump. That strikes me as someone who's, you know, panicking maybe about his numbers in the African-American community, and is making, you know, giving it, as Vicky said, a college try to try and do, at best, damage control.
Okay. Now let's get to immigration. So, Victoria, I want to play for you what Mr. Trump told our affiliate in Philadelphia after meeting with black leaders yesterday. Here it is.
Once the border is secure and we've stopped this horrible flow of illegal immigration, once that's all done over a period of time, then we sit back, we see where is the country, what's happening, and we make a determination for the people that are here that weren't criminals, that weren't, I mean, other than the fact that they came in illegally, and we make that determination at a future date. And hopefully it'll be a very positive determination.
So, Victoria, is this part of the softening that Trump has been talking about at different points over the last week?
Alex, the truth of the matter is I haven't seen much change in Trump's rhetoric and also his actual policy plan about immigration. I went back and looked at the immigration plan that he posted a couple of months ago on his website, and he hasn't changed. And in fact, what's even more interesting is that what he just told the affiliate sounds a lot like what the Gang of Eight a couple of years ago put forward in their immigration reform plan. The Gang of Eight bill says we need to secure the border. We have to have 90% security on the border, and then we can get to the issue of those persons who are living here without papers. Trump has a different idea. He wants to send everyone back and have them reapply, but that idea, that focus on the border before getting to undocumented persons, is a lot like the plan that has already been proposed.
Raul, I want to play for you something, and for our viewers, there's a soundbite that got a lot of attention this week. It's from my colleague Joy Reid's interview, you know it, with the founder of Latinos for Trump. Here it is, everyone.
We need to understand that this is a different time, and we're having problems here. We need to reform.
What problems are you talking about?
My culture is a very dominant culture. And it's imposing, and it's causing problems. If you don't do something about it, you're going to have taco trucks every corner.
Okay, so Raul, you have to sort of follow the bouncing ball here, because on the one hand, you have some Trump advisors saying we're reconsidering our support, and then you have this comment. What was your reaction when you first heard this?
Well, to be honest, Alex, I live on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. There is a taco truck on my corner, and I love it. So anyway, when I see this, I wonder that why are these Latino supporters of Trump reconsidering? Because despite the rhetoric, there has been no pivot, no softening, really no change. And what should be very concerning to Republicans Republicans right now is we just had yesterday new polling out from Latino Decisions. Donald Trump has negative net 53 approval ratings, but even more worrisome for the GOP, the 73% of Latinos say that either the GOP does not care about Latinos or is hostile to them. And that's going to be a big problem going forward. And remember, we have politicians who presumably have a future looking ahead to 2020, like Paul Ryan, Marco Rubio, who still support Mr. Trump. So overall, this is going to be a big problem for the party going forward. I feel like this gentleman, maybe he's a little misguided in his view. I think the best we could say is that, look, the Latino electorate is very diverse. We have all kinds of views, but certainly he's very, very much in the minority. And just to remind people, with so much attention given to Trump this week for his speech, his general idea is not the American mainstream. 84% of Americans do favor a path to citizenship for the undocumented.
Okay. Hey, listen, thank you both so much. I'm going to blame Donald Trump and Hermine for having a somewhat abbreviated conversation. We had a lot of stuff going on this hour. I'll see you guys again. Thank you so much, Victoria and Raul. Well,